Hey everybody, I'm Simone Milasas from Joy of Business and welcome to our Google Hangout. I'm here with my three lovely hosts from India. We've got Aditi, Anjana and Turlika. So hello ladies.
Hi. Hi.
It's so
Hello.
funny. I love
How
Google
are you?
Hangouts and I think that I'm great. I'm fantastic. So I'm in Australia at the moment. I'm at home, which is really nice. I'm home for one whole week before I head over to Florida and Costa Rica and then come back and then we're in India. So how does it get any better
Yay.
than that?
Yes.
So what we're going to do today is we've got some questions that came in about business and about money, joy of business. So why don't we start with those ladies and we'll give a few tools, a few processes out maybe as an invitation if you guys would like to know more about the joy of business.
Sure. Sure. So, can I start?
Go for it.
So, you've done business here in India, and just wanted to know what your experience was. How is it working here, doing business here? Because it's a bit different. It's more personal. It's more relationship based than, really the innovation part of it. It's like if you've got experience, if you've been in India, you know how it works.
Yeah. Do you know, Tulika, it's funny because someone was asking me about India today, and when I first went and did business in India, like I literally, like if you're in India, then you know what I'm talking about. Like I went to Delhi. I knew to go to Delhi, and I knew to go to a place called Pahaganj, okay?
Yes.
And I know if you know Delhi, a lot of you are going, oh my goodness. And I literally went to Delhi, I went to Pahaganj, and I walked that main street up and down, and I just looked at everything. And I looked at all the products, and I asked questions about what I wanted to do. Because I originally started going to India and buying goods, and then going back home to Australia and selling them at the markets. And I was just selling them retail at the markets, and then people asked me if they could buy them for their shops. So then I started wholesaling. Now, it's interesting that you say, Talika, about the people desiring a relationship with someone, because that was
Yeah.
one of the first things that I looked for in business, and especially business in India. Because, I mean, you know how you walk down a street in India and, you know, everybody's selling the same piece of furniture, and there's 10, 12, 20 different shops with the same thing, which I was always, like, surprised. I was like, you know what? You need to put a shop in here that has something different. But what I noticed was that a lot of people, especially because I was a woman doing business in India, I was young, I don't know, I probably looked like I didn't know what I was doing. So they were all very much interested in how much money were they going to get from me today. Like
Mm.
what was I buying today and what was that going to be like? Whereas what I was trying to create and what I desired to create was who was looking at doing a business with me today and in the future. So I was
Mm.
always looking for what I called the vibe, you know, and really it's like people being present and aware of what the possibilities are of when you do business and creating a relationship like that. I mean, you know what it's like in India. You buy, you know, if I'm like, okay, how much is it if I buy 20 of these? And, you know, and then if I
Yeah.
bought 50, and then the next time I come back, I might be buying 1,000. So it was sort of like developing that relationship and what was required to develop that relationship. Now,
Mm.
that's really an interesting thing as well because I'm a Western woman doing business in India. Now, this is um, 23, 24 years ago as well. So I realized very soon that they didn't really want to do business with me so much, but I had the money, so they had to. Like when I went over with a friend of mine who was a male, it was so interesting to me. All the questions were directed at him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're like, what does she want? Like, what do they want? And I was like, hello, over here. And I'm like, I'm the one with the money. But I learned to use that to my advantage as well. Like I would
Mm.
quite often, you know, I would act like the one that didn't know anything, and I would give Sean all these details of what I wanted, and he would be the one who was making the choices. But then I always found out more information. So basically,
Yeah.
when you're looking at creating a business, and it's like you're creating a business with other people, ask questions, and it's like be willing to act as though you don't know much either, because if you do that, you'll get a lot more information, It's like if you always come up with an answer and come up with the demand of what you want, then you won't get any more information. But if you ask a question, you'll gather more information and you'll know, you like your awareness, you'll know if you actually wish to do business with this person now and in the future. And ask them, what future possibilities can we create?
Yeah.
All right.
So
Cool.
can I
That's
ask
awesome.
something? Yeah. Can
Thank
I
you
ask
for that,
something?
Simone.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and thank you so much. And can I ask something more on that? Because as I spoke about Joy of Business class in Mumbai, and I said, okay, you know, there's a Joy of Business class coming up. People are like, okay, I'm already having joy in my business. So what do you mean when I require to attend this class? What else can I choose here? So what can we offer
Yeah,
to?
okay. No, good question. Thank you. And what I would ask is, are you actually creating everything you'd like to create? Like if you're creating everything you'd like to create and you have as much money as you'd like to have, you have the business that you desire or the many businesses. Like do you just have one business and do you know that you could actually have a lot more businesses? And it's like, do you have everything you'd like to create? And if you don't, then just ask yourself a question and ask yourself, okay, would it create more for me in my business now and in the future if I did come along to one of the Joy of Business classes? Look, the Joy of Business is about so many different things. I mean, you know, we go through different tools and different processes on money and what money means to you. And we extend it out, you know, over those 2 days. And the same thing is business. It's like, what's sticking you in business that if it didn't stick you, you could actually create the ease with business that you know is possible. And business to me is not meant to be hard. You know what? Most of the time you just require more information. So what questions could you be asking? So, you know what? If it feels good, come along. If it doesn't feel good, then you don't have to. I'm really grateful that you have joy in business, and I wish you well. But if there's anything else that you desire that's not showing up, then maybe we can work at that. Maybe we can change something.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. Thank you so much, Simone, for this.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a question actually that's a little related to what Anjana asked. So, you know, there are people here who are very young and they don't want to do the corporate job. They want to go and start their own thing. And some of them have done business school and some of them haven't. And when you talk to them about joy of business versus like a business school, so, you know, there's like confused look on their faces. And they're like, what's that? And how is that different from going for a business school? And how will this class help me in being an entrepreneur or a business person?
Okay, it's really different. It's like, it's very funny when people come along to one of my classes and they first sit down and they've got like their, you know, serious look on their face because it's a business class and they've got their notepad and they've got their pens and they're ready to take notes and work out. I mean, I don't know about you, but it's like business done in this reality is not that exciting. It's not that thrilling. It's, in fact, boring. And it's like, that's not what I look at business as. Business to me is one of the most creative things that you could possibly do, be, create, generate, and have. So the difference is I'm not going to, like we can go through the pragmatics of things, but I'm not going to give you the rules and regulations of what it takes to create a business. What I'm hoping to do is actually access that in you because you're the one that knows what you can create. And what have you been waiting to create that you haven't allowed yourself to create? I mean, I see so many young people. I mean, the thing is nowadays, it's like you don't have to have a degree. It's like you can create, you know, you can become a millionaire from coming up with a great idea on the website. And it's like, so what creative idea do you have that you haven't allowed yourself to access? And if you did, would it create the future that you know you deserve? And everything
Yeah,
that is, let's just go in and create it. Right and wrong, good and bad, Pokemon Padona and Shorts, Boys and Beyonds. So, you know what, it is different. Like I said, we can go through some pragmatics. And I talk a lot about the willingness to be aware of money and the willingness to be aware of your business. It doesn't mean you have to do everything yourself. It's one of the main things I see that people go through. They're like, oh, no, I've got to do everything myself, or no one can do the business as well as me. And it's like there are two things that will limit you dynamically. It's like if you're willing to hire people that are actually better than you, that are greater than you, that are greater at sales, greater at phoning people or whatever that is, marketing, It's like then you actually have a business that can be a lot more easy for you. So what is it that you haven't been willing to look at that if you looked at it could create more for you and your business?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. So there was actually a person who even asked me, if I attend this class, is it gonna affect my, top line and my bottom line? Is it gonna help, make corrections in that area? So can you shed some light on that as well, Simone? Because a lot of people, look at coming for these classes as a way of investment.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, you know what? It's up to you because you have to choose, okay? I can give you the tools, I can give you the processes. I mean, like they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. It's like you have to be willing to use these tools. Like, I mean, Einstein says that, a sign of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So are you doing the same thing and expecting a different result, or are you actually willing to use some tools that are out of the box and use those? I mean, I did a class recently in and there's just one. I mean, we had so enthused, and what she got out of it so much was how to deal with her employees. I mean, one of her employees ended up leaving, which she was really grateful for, and expanded her business. So what if you were willing to be aware of every single thing that goes on, the money that comes in, it's like the money that you're spending, how to deal with employees, how to deal with clients. It's like, do you know how to actually nail that deal and deliver?
Correct.
It's like, you know how to be with someone with that. Like, what area of your business, if you changed it, would create more? So the thing is, it's like, I'm not promising you anything. It's like, what I'm promising you is I will give you a whole lot of tools and processes to create a change in your business. And, I mean, I've had some great results with different people. And it's like, even in sales, it's like, how many questions do you ask in sales? Like, I walked into a shop the other day to get a watermelon juice at this place down in Mooloolaba in Queensland, and they would have had, I think, about 8 staff, and every single one of the staff was cranky. And I turned around to Gary Douglas, who's the founder of Access Consciousness, and I was like, this is crazy. I would so love to get in.
Simone?
Hello.
I think we've lost her for a second.
Yep. And let's wait for a while. Let's see how it goes. I think we don't have Aditi also.
Yeah. So I think Simone touched on a very important topic, Anjana.
Yes.
That was deal and deliver, and it's one of the calls that Gary and Dane have done, and I'm sure you've gone through it as well. And
Yes.
it's just phenomenal. And that you would like out of a person, and every relationship, whether it is in person, whether it is at work, whether it is much, she covers on exactly what the deal is going to be and how it is going to be delivered and what has to be delivered, whether it's personally or from someone else. And some of those tools that I have used are phenomenal. I mean, deal and
Yes.
deliver and joy of business has actually allowed me to, take in more in my life and be more clear about what I would like,
Yeah.
in every
Yeah.
aspect actually. So
Yeah, and it's
I
not
think
just about your business, it's in your day-to-day life. How do you really deal with
absolutely,
each and every person? It's not about just, okay, I'm doing business, so I will use it only in my business and not in my everyday life. I'm using it everywhere, everywhere. And it's
exactly,
making a lot of
exactly,
sense now that, okay, how does it really work in this universe?
absolutely, absolutely. So I
Okay.
think Aditi is back. Simone
Yes.
still hung. Hi
Um,
Oh,
Aditi.
okay.
We
Aditi.
were just talking about
I had,
using the joy of business tools in an everyday scenario,
yeah.
and how that's worked out for each of you attended her, right? So we're talking about
Oh,
how it
yeah.
really
This is,
impacted us.
really, I think one of the Yeah, I've attended. Yeah, I've done about 2 or 3 classes of Simone's by now, and it's just, for me, the best part about this is literally sitting in the comfort of my home and creating from there. I don't
Correct.
have to go out, I don't have to do anything. There is so
Yeah.
much ease and fun. It's almost as if you're willing to be in question using these tools, literally everything just comes to you. It's just amazing. I find the tools of Joy of Business extremely pragmatic, very, very useful in creating anything that I want. Like, and it's done in a matter of few minutes, few hours. So it's been amazing.
Yeah.
You
I
guys have
Want to
done the
start
foundation
something?
call with Simone, right?
yes,
The
Yeah.
yes,
Joy of Business
and
foundation call.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
How
The
did you
foundation.
guys find it?
So the foundation class, just listening to the class for a couple, like the 4 classes which we did, and after that, just listening to them again and again and again has created so much for me. And I thought that I was done with all my points of view about business, and that was such a lie. When I heard the foundation call, I was like, oh, there's so much more still going on. And it was such a contribution. And we have one more coming up before she comes for the Joy of Business class, just before the
Yeah.
Mumbai class. So, yes, people who would
Yeah,
love
that's from
to,
the 1st to the 4th of November.
correct, correct. So, people who would like to join us for that, we would send out the links to everyone soon.
Yeah. So just to kind of, bring together the
Yeah,
Joy
and
of Business
it's
Class
please
in
know that
Mumbai.
that's a prerequisite to attend
Yes.
the advanced class.
Yes, yes,
Um, yeah, it's one of the prerequisites. So you can do either the Buzz Foundation and Level 1, or you can attend the teleclass of Joy of Business Foundation and then come for the Joy of Business Advanced class in Mumbai on 8th and 9th of November at the club. So we're just waiting for Simone to try and get back.
she's trying to join
Yeah.
again. She's there. She'll be there in a couple
So
of seconds. Yes, people who have questions, please contact us in Mumbai, but please contact the
or
three of
Turlika
us.
in Delhi.
Yes, and yes, please contact three of us so that we can give you all the information which you require about the class, or how do you go about the prereqs for becoming a business facilitator. Okay, she's there. No.
Okay, cool. So we had some more questions, right, Turlika?
Yep. Tulika, are you there or are you frozen?
You mean her video?
Yeah, I mean, me too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you back, Tulika?
Wow. I think it's just the two of us.
Yeah, it's just the two of us.
I'm pretty
So,
excited about this class.
yes, so am I. And I'm so happy and excited to see Simone again in Mumbai. And what would it take for us to ask her all that we require to create an awesome business here for all of us?
Yeah, totally. The interesting thing about the Joy of Business class is that a lot of facilitators also don't get how amazing these tools are for creating your classes.
Correct.
I have a lot of bars facilitators and practitioners calling me asking how I can create more classes, bigger classes, and also how can I increase my practice and get more clients.
Correct.
And you gotta be willing to also see that this class is a phenomenal contribution to you as a facilitator of access classes as well. So if you are already a practitioner or a facilitator using access classes as tools, then this is an invitation for you to come for this class as well and start using the tools of this to create your business of classes. You got to be willing to take a look at the fact that your healing practice or your facilitation is also a business. And that's one
Correct.
of the first things I actually learned when I went for the Joy of Business class with Simone. And it's
Same here.
thanks to, yeah, it's just that, when you see it as a business, that it actually starts sort of getting a life of its own, and then you're able to tap into it and see what it requires on a daily basis. Instead of going to a place, oh, I have to do this, 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 and this is my list. You go to being
Yeah.
the question and asking what else it requires.
Yeah, so it's so funny when Aditi you're sharing this. I would like to share that earlier when I was working, I always had a predicted schedule. That okay, on this day I would be doing this day I would be attending this, and I would be doing this, and I would be doing this. Now I have no predicted. Okay, I have so-called targets, but at the same time there is no predicted stuff to be done. Okay, this on so and so time and so dates, and yes, and it still creates more. So how does it get better than that? So yeah, if it creates more for you by having to just flow with the business rather than having to have points of view about it, how cool is that? Tulika, would you like to share something here?
Yes, I'm
Are you
back.
there?
I thought I lost you all for a second. Can you hear me?
Hello? I think we can't hear you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can.
Can
Yep, we can, we can.
you guys hear me?
Hello? Yes, Tulika, we can hear you, love.
Hmm.
I think we've lost her again.
So,
Okay.
like I was
Yeah.
Oh, there
saying,
she
what
is.
worked for me was this, some extra classes and the no, no, this is I want to talk to
Okay.
Simone about as well when she's back. Um, but literally starting, business literally made it a reality. It was more about, you know, uh, having the tools and making all those business plans a reality. And that really, really worked for me personally. And even the foundation, the prerequisite that the foundation called for Joy of Business Advanced, it just puts you in a place where you're ready to take in, doing business and leading a life with more revenues from that space. You know, of course, this foundation level foundation call per se really gave me all the tools that were required to, go into an advanced class.
Wow.
I was like, okay, specific to business and how to make business Can you guys hear me?
A bit. And then you went off.
Yeah, much better now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think
Perfect.
one of us is getting frozen in between.
Yeah.
No, we got that, that the Joy Business Foundation is a phenomenal contribution.
Yeah.
Before you come for the advanced class, um, it's just, there's something about that class that sort of prepares you to dive into this. So we
Correct.
got that part of it from you.
Absolutely.
Great, awesome. So let's
Hmm.
just check if any luck with Simone being able to join us back.
Simone,
Okay.
Simone is. Hello, Simone.
Is she back? Hey, we can't see you, but we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
The the modern day Google Hangout. It keeps saying to me that I am not allowed to get on the video.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that is. So I apologize for that, but I hear you guys have been
They're not allowing you.
talking about what you've got out of it. So
Yeah.
now you guys just have my voice. So is there, what else did we want to talk about? What other questions did we have?
Uh, Turlika, do you want to ask about entrepreneurship?
Yeah.
Hello?
We had some questions from people who
Yes.
are entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tulika, go ahead.
Sure. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I think she's frozen.
Wow, what's this? Okay. Uh,
Aditi, you want to ask them?
yeah.
Hello? Are you on, Simone? We can't hear you.
I'm here. Yep, I'm here. I'm just waiting for the question.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Hello?
I'm here. I can hear you guys. I'm just waiting for you guys
I'm
to
not able to hear you guys.
ask me one of the questions so we can talk about something different.
Okay. So,
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so the question is basically about people who are becoming entrepreneurs and they are having startups, and how do they go
Am I back?
about with, the basics of it, the
yes.
fundamentals of it, because there's, yeah, you're back. There's a huge wave of people who are leaving their corporate jobs to start a business. And it's not a choice of ease for them. Because there's a lot of focus on being safe and secure in a job, and then moving out and getting into your own business. So what would you recommend people there? Hello?
Oh,
So who's on the chat now? There's
it's
me
me.
and yeah,
It's
and Tulika has disappeared
Tulika.
again.
Yeah, Tulika's disappeared again. And so has Simone's voice, which we had.
This is so funny. How does it really get any better than this?
Okay, how do we get better than this?
Yeah.
I think Simone is back. Is she?
Okay. No,
Not yet.
not yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So, all right. So let's just take a look. Francesca, any questions? Any more questions that we have right now?
So what?
No.
Just let me connect her again. Just a
Okay.
second.
This is one of the most interesting Google Hangouts I've done.
Hmm.
Okay. So
What has
we don't
been for
have.
you the greatest tool from?
Hi, you've called Simone Milasas.
Oh, there she is. I can hear her.
I can't phone her.
And Tulika is back as well.
Just a second. So what has been for you the greatest tool that you had from Joy of Business? What's just a second.
Okay. So I think one of the greatest tools is to never be in conclusion, to always be in question. And it's so interesting because that's something that sort of remains with me through the day in everything that I choose. So the first thing is like, oh, is that a conclusion? Oh, okay. So what question can I ask here? I will just completely shift and change this. And it's so interesting that we always kind of have a pressure to have an answer, to know what's the right way of doing business, that we never actually ever ask that what can we do be here that would just completely change this and create more. So that's been one of my favorite tools from Joy of Business.
Cool. And for
Anjana,
you?
what about you?
Yeah, I mean more about looking at, as I said, I always looked at it as if a business had to be done in a specific way. It had its own norms, it had its own rules and regulations. What Joy of Business has changed, the best tool is that there are no points of view about doing what the way you do the business, or there is no set way of looking at it that you can do it with XYZ person or you cannot do it with this person. So you really don't have any points of view about creating your business or about looking at a business. And it just, the moment you look at it from a space of expansion, it just, the business expands. And it creates more rather than having to, kind of be within boundaries. So it actually has no boundaries. What about you, Tulika? You want to share something? Oh, she's frozen again.
Is she there?
I can see her, but I think it's.
I can hear somebody.
No?
Hey, Francesca,
We are online, Simone. Do you hear? Do you hear the
I
girls?
can hear you. I can hear you.
Cool.
Oh, we can hear you, Simone.
When I'm talking.
Yes.
Evening.
Try to talk, ladies, please. Turlika.
Yes,
Okay.
we can hear you, Simone.
Do you hear them, Simone?
Very, very distant. Hey, listen. I want to apologize to everybody here, but what I'm suggesting is, what if we do like a 45-minute free telecall, and we'll send you the dates in the next 48 hours of when we can do that, and people can send in questions, and I'll pick 10 of the questions, and we'll go from there, because this is not working at the moment. The what's right about it we're not getting.
Wow, that's
Wow.
so 45 minutes with you, Simone. It's great. Thank you for that. Okay, cool. So
Okay, because I can't get on.
So thank you.
It's not allowing me to get on, so I don't know what to do next.
Okay, cool. Cool.
so
Yep.
I can hear you very clearly, Francesca, and I cannot hear the others very well at all. Can you explain that?
Simone, can you hear
Everybody.
me? We heard that.
they your voice is very clear for everyone. So
Yes, it is.
yeah, every yeah.
I apologize for what's happening. I'm not sure. Like, it's one of those questions that, one of the questions you always ask when something doesn't show up the way you think it's going to show up is ask, what's right about this I'm not getting? Okay? So it's a
Okay.
great tool to use for any time, especially in business. When something isn't showing up the way you think it's going to show up or it should show up, ask, what's right about this I'm not getting? And don't go to the wrongness and don't go into judgment. It's like, what if you can ask a question and create something different? It's like, I have no idea why I can't get on. I have no idea why this is happening. And it has absolutely no use to go to a judgment or go to the wrongness of anything. It's like, okay, so what else can we create? So what if every time something showed up in business that you weren't sure, what it was supposed to look like, ask, what else can we create here? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set another time that we'll send out, and we'll do a 45-minute free telecall. Okay?
Okay.
So telecall.
Yay!
Very much
Thank you so much.
We'll send
Yeah, Simone, for that.
and I'll choose probably about 10 or 12 questions, and we'll go through those, and I'll give you some great processes, and we'll have a look at that, and it will be free, and hopefully an invitation for you all to change any area of your business that you actually
Yay!
are not working. Because what if business could be easy? What if it could be joyful? What if it could be fun? And what if you could create far greater than what you would ever see possible?
Wow.
So I'm grateful. I thank you all in the world for joining us, and I apologize for Google Hangout mess up. And I will love to talk to you all soon, and I will love to see you all soon.
Thank you, Simone.
Thank you so much, Simone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Francesca.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.